Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
A Metro Detroit man is arrested after an alleged case of ethnic intimidation. The 28-year-old man is charged for allegedly threatening a gas station clerk. Glad you're with us at 11. I'm Devin Skillian.
I'm Kimberly Gill. This happened Friday night at the Sunoco gas station on Jocelyn and Pontiac. Pamela Osborne live tonight with more on this bizarre case, Pam.
Yeah, Kimberly and Devin, Noah Johnson walked into that gas station with a can of gas and a lit cigarette. He was questioning the staff there about their religious beliefs, and tonight we spoke with the attendant who says he believes Johnson showed up for him.
Hey, tase him right now.
Before deputies cornered 28-year-old Noah Johnson here, he was here at the Sunoco gas station on Jocelyn Road.
He came in making threats. You guys are terrorists, you guys are this, and some hate speech about us Muslims.
The attendant, who asked not to be identified, says he kicked him out of the store and got an earful from Johnson on his way out.
Making threats, I'll come back, I'll burn the gas station, I'll light everything on fire and whatever, and I kicked him out. I called the cops.
Johnson came back later that Friday. The attendant wasn't there, but he showed us what happened next off camera.
He came back looking for me, and he was just pouring gas all over. He poured some gas on himself. He was smoking at the same time, so I'm surprised he didn't light himself on fire.
In the video, you see a man who investigators say is Johnson pouring gasoline all over items in the store. Then he turned his attention to a worker at a restaurant in the gas station, pouring gasoline over his head.
Because he was scared for his life.
Johnson left the store and they called police.
It's unacceptable for anybody to be targeted or attacked or demeaned because of their religion, their race, their preference.
Oakland County Sheriff's deputies caught up with him in a nearby neighborhood.
Dude, put it down, put it down.
He was armed with a large knife.
And I want to really stress and applaud their bravery. This is somebody who had poured gasoline then on himself and had a lighter and a knife.
The deputies were able to avoid using deadly force, tasing him before taking him into custody. Unfortunately, no one was hurt in this incident, but it certainly doesn't make what happened any easier. We're told that restaurant worker that had gasoline poured all over him, he was so afraid he actually wanted to quit his job. And so was the rest of the staff there. They too were scared. The only thing that made them feel a little bit more at ease was that Johnson was taken into custody pretty quickly. He is now facing a slew of charges, including ethnic intimidation. He's behind bars tonight and could face up to 20 years in prison. Reporting live tonight, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Okay, Pamela, thank you.
A 4-year-old remains hospitalized after a house fire Sunday in Canton Township. First responders received a call Sunday night at the Glen Ridge Mobile Home Park on Haggerty Road. Investigators say a 2-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl died from their injuries. Meantime, the parents are released from the hospital. Tonight, neighbors say they are just heartbroken.
Just so tore up. They've lost everything. We've lived by them for 8 years, and they're a wonderful, loving family, and we love them like they're our family.
Canton police setting up resources to try to help the family. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
The families of the victims in a deadly police crash in Warren are calling for tougher charges. Prosecutors say 28-year-old Warren police officer James Burke was speeding without lights or sirens when he hit another SUV. 34-year-old Cedric Hayden Jr. and 33-year-old DeJuan Pettis died from their injuries. Last week, Burke was charged with 2 counts of manslaughter with a motor vehicle and 2 misdemeanors. Cedric Hayden's father says those charges, though, are not enough.
I feel that more charges should be there, much harsher than the charges they brought on from everybody in both families, because my son, to me, was a devastation. And I feel I'm not getting the answers I should get. I'm just getting like somebody just smacked me in my face. Oh, well, it happened. Go on with your life. I can't accept that. I need answers.
Both families have filed a lawsuit against the city of Warren and the police department.
Southfield police rescue a Georgia woman suspected of being a victim of human trafficking. We've got body cam video that captures officers arresting 41-year-old Prentice Mack Orr of Wyoming, Michigan. Police said the 32-year-old woman is homeless, may have been set up to be trafficked through what she thought was a mutual friend. Orr is accused of forcing the woman to have sex for money. Police say Orr is a career criminal with a record dating back to 1999. Charges across multiple states, in fact, including pimping and armed robbery, even bringing his 4-year-old son along with him.
Brings their 4-year-old child from state to state when you know you're involved in human trafficking.
Investigators said the woman was able to escape the room by leaving cell phone chargers in Orr's car, and they say that when Orr left to get the chargers, the woman left the room and alerted a hotel employee to call 911.
Lions wide receiver Jamison Williams will not face charges in connection to an October traffic stop. Williams was riding with his brother when they were pulled over. Officers found 2 guns. One was registered to Jamison Williams. The other was registered to his brother, who is a CPL holder. Williams's brother told police he was in possession of Jamison's firearm as well as his own. Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy says Williams' status as a Detroit Lion played no part in her decision, and she says, quote, "We have charged Detroit area athletes before and would not have hesitated to do so again if the facts of this case could be proven beyond a reasonable doubt," end quote.
All right, noon tonight at 11, President-elect Trump says he will impose new tariffs on goods coming into the United States from Mexico, Canada, and China on his first day in office. Meantime, Special Counsel Jack Smith announced today he is dropping the election interference and classified documents cases against President-elect Trump. Comes after months of legal wrangling, of course, surrounding the cases. But since Donald Trump won the 2024 presidential election, it would have been next to impossible for the cases to proceed. The Justice Department has a policy against prosecuting a sitting president. Trump also previously said he would fire Smith once he was back in the White House.
AAA is restarting its Tow-to-Go program ahead of the biggest bar night of the year. It's an effort to keep impaired drivers and their vehicles off the road. AAA says when someone calls Tow-to-Go, a tow truck comes and transports the driver and their vehicle within 10 miles. Tow-to-Go runs from November 27th through December 2nd. The phone number is 855-2-TOW-TO-GO for a safe ride. And we'll have more information on our website.
A new proposal could bring big changes to a big piece of the Detroit skyline. Bedrock and General Motors detailing the more than $1.6 billion redevelopment plan. The main tower of the Renaissance Center would remain, but the 2 office towers near the river and the low-rise base of the complex would come down. The remaining 3 towers will become home to a mix of hospitality and housing. There would also be a walkway for pedestrians that connects downtown to the riverfront. In addition to that, portions of land would be turned into public spaces. General Motors and Bedrock would fund the majority of the project, but relying on some public financing. Fascinating. We will see
how
where that moves. That has
out.
been a great parlor game here for the last couple of months, trying to figure it all out.
Really has. The weather, too, changing up on us right as we head into the Thanksgiving holiday.
We just could have drawn this up. We knew it was coming. Let's check in with Kim Adams tonight, right?
I know it does feel like we didn't get a fall this year. I mean, we went from temps in the 70s to now we're talking about snow and temps in the 30s by the end of the week. But right now we have some cold rain falling here in Metro Detroit. It's more scattered now. There's a little bit in the southern part of Lenawee and also in Monroe County. And then we're just seeing a couple spritz and sprinkles here and there. One of them right around Pinckney Road and East Davis Road in Howell. Otherwise, you might get a little drizzle tonight. It will dry up, though, by the time you head off to work tomorrow morning. There might again be a little sprinkle here and there, but otherwise mostly cloudy tomorrow with our high at 41 degrees. And look at this temperature trend over the next 7 days. The bottom falls out starting Friday, 35, and by the weekend we barely crack freezing, not for the lows, but for the highs. And we'll talk about that chance for a little coating of snow maybe Wednesday night into Thursday morning and how it could affect travel coming up.